Welcome to History Unveiled, where we delve into the intriguing and often hidden stories of the past. Today, we uncover the dark secrets of 10 historical kings whose reigns were marked by both power and controversy. Stay tuned to learn about their actions and the legacies they left behind. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more historical insights. 1. King Henry VIII of England, famous for his 6 marriages and the English Reformation, was also notorious for his ruthless quest for a male heir. His desperation led him to break away from the Catholic Church, creating the Church of England. His second wife, Anne Boleyn, was accused of adultery, incest, and treason. Despite a lack of solid evidence, she was beheaded in 1536. His fifth wife, Catherine Howard, was executed for adultery in 1542, after a brief and tumultuous marriage. Henry's break with the Catholic Church caused significant religious turmoil and persecution. He dissolved monasteries, confiscating their wealth, and executed those who opposed his religious reforms. His reign ended in 1547 with his death, leaving behind a legacy of religious transformation and personal infamy. His daughter, Elizabeth I, would later restore stability and become one of England's greatest monarchs. 2. King Leopold II of Belgium ruled the Congo Free State as his personal property from 1885 to 1908. His regime was marked by extreme brutality and exploitation. The local population was forced into labor to extract rubber and ivory, and failure to meet quotas often resulted in mutilation, such as the cutting off of hands or death. These horrific conditions led to the deaths of millions of Congolese. Leopold's actions were eventually exposed by missionaries, journalists, and human rights activists, leading to international condemnation. In 1908, he was forced to relinquish control of the Congo to the Belgian government. Leopold died in 1909, leaving a legacy as one of the most brutal colonial rulers in history. His actions in the Congo are considered one of the great humanitarian disasters of the 19th century. 3. Herod the Great, ruling Judea from 37 to 4 BCE, is best known for his architectural projects, including the expansion of the Second Temple in Jerusalem. However, his reign was also characterized by extreme paranoia and cruelty. He executed several family members, including his wife Mariamne Fur, her 2 sons, and other relatives, fearing they were plotting against him. The Gospel of Matthew describes the massacre of the innocents, where Herod allegedly ordered the killing of all male infants in Bethlehem to eliminate the newborn Jesus, whom he saw as a threat to his throne. Though the historicity of this event is debated, it fits within Herod's pattern of ruthless behavior. Herod died in 4 BCE, suffering from chronic illness. His kingdom was divided among his sons, leading to further political instability and the eventual Roman takeover of Judea. 4. King John of England, who reigned from 1199 to 1216, is remembered for his cruelty, incompetence, and treachery. He heavily taxed his barons and subjects, leading to widespread discontent and rebellion. John was also suspected of having a hand in the mysterious death of his nephew, Arthur of Brittany, a potential rival to the throne. His military failures, especially his loss of Normandy to the French, further weakened his position. In 1215, facing a rebellion from his barons, John was forced to sign the Magna Carta, a document that limited his powers and laid the foundation for modern constitutional governance. Despite this, he attempted to renege on the agreement, leading to further conflict. John died in 1216 during a military campaign, leaving behind a legacy of failure and mistrust. His reign is often cited as one of the worst in English history. 5. Richard III's brief reign from 1483 to 1485 was marred by the mysterious disappearance and presumed murder of his nephews, Edward V and Richard, Duke of York, known as the Princes in the Tower. Richard had declared them illegitimate and assumed the throne himself. This act has tainted his reputation for centuries. Richard faced rebellion from supporters of Henry Tudor, culminating in the Battle of Bosworth Field in 1485. Richard was defeated and killed, ending the Wars of the Roses and ushering in the Tudor dynasty. His body was discovered under a parking lot in Leicester in 2012, confirming his dramatic end. Richard III remains one of the most controversial figures in British history, with ongoing debates about his role in his nephew's deaths. 6. Ivan IV, known as Ivan the Terrible, ruled Russia from 1547 to 1584. He created the Oprichnina, a secret police force that terrorized the Russian nobility and common people alike. Ivan's reign was marked by mass executions, torture, and the confiscation of lands. In 1581, in a fit of rage, Ivan killed his son and heir, Ivan Ivanovich, with his scepter, leading to a succession crisis. Ivan's later years were characterized by increasing paranoia and brutality. He died in 1584, reportedly while playing chess. His death plunged Russia into the time of troubles, a period of political instability, famine, and foreign invasion. Ivan's legacy is one of both remarkable achievements in centralizing the Russian state and notorious cruelty. 7. Louis XIV, the Sun King, ruled France from 1643 to 1715, the longest reign of any major European monarch. His rule was marked by absolute power and extravagant spending, epitomized by the construction of the lavish Palace of Versailles. Louis's revocation of the Edict of Nantes in 1685 led to the persecution of Huguenots, causing many to flee France and damaging the economy. Louis's numerous wars and extravagant lifestyle placed a heavy burden on the French peasantry through high taxes and widespread poverty. Despite his grand achievements and the cultural flourishing of his court, his policies laid the groundwork for financial crisis. Louis XIV died in 1715, leaving a nation teetering on the brink of upheaval. His great-grandson, Louis XV, inherited the throne, but the seeds of the French Revolution had already been sown. 8. Charles II, the last Habsburg ruler of Spain, reigned from 1665 to 1700. His severe physical and mental disabilities, caused by generations of inbreeding, rendered him ineffective as a ruler. The Spanish Empire suffered from economic decline, military defeats, and political instability during his reign. Charles's inability to produce an heir led to a crisis upon his death in 1700. His passing triggered the War of Spanish Succession, a major European conflict that reshaped the continent's political landscape. The war ended with the Treaty of Utrecht in 1713, and the Bourbon dynasty ascended to the Spanish throne. Charles II's legacy is one of decline and the end of the Habsburg line in Spain. 9. Edward I, known as Long Shanks and the Hammer of the Scots, reigned from 1272 to 1307. His military campaigns to conquer Wales and subjugate Scotland were marked by brutality. He executed the Scottish patriot William Wallace in 1305 and imposed harsh measures to maintain control over the conquered territories. Edward's legal reforms had a lasting impact on English law, but his conquests left a legacy of resentment and rebellion. He died in 1307 while on campaign to crush a Scottish uprising. His son, Edward II, inherited the throne, but lacked his father's military prowess, leading to further turmoil and eventual deposition. Edward I's reign is remembered for both his contributions to English law and his ruthless conquests. 10. Shaka Zulu, who ruled from 1816 to 1828, is celebrated for uniting the Zulu tribes through innovative military tactics and statecraft. However, his reign was also marked by extreme brutality. Shaka used fear and violence to consolidate his power, executing those he perceived as disloyal and imposing harsh discipline on his warriors. Shaka's methods created a powerful and cohesive Zulu state, but his increasing paranoia and despotic behavior led to his assassination by his half-brothers Dingane and Malangana in 1828. Following his death, the Zulu kingdom experienced internal strife, but continued to be a significant regional power. Shaka's legacy is one of both military genius and tyrannical rule. These kings left their mark on history, not just through their achievements, but also through their darker actions. Their stories remind us of the complexities of power and the human cost of their reigns. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more historical insights. Thanks for watching History Unveiled.